Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Mary. Now this is going to be an update video from my video like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, where a lot was going on with my pets. I was really upset, overwhelmed, I guess to say the least. And you know, when having this many pets, sometimes a lot of bad things happen all at once, but you know what? We got through it, and if I didn't have, honestly, a lot of my friends in this community, I probably would not have made it through, and some things I wouldn't have been able to fix without you guys, so I want to say thank you. But if you are new to this channel, I have a lot going on with my Rottweiler Capitan. A lot of you guys love Capitan. He is 7 years old, and you know, he plays really hard, and one day he just started crying, and then the crying kind of progressed when he would get up, and it broke my heart to see him crying and in pain. And I wasn't really sure if it was his hip, his shoulder, so we were going back and forth with the vet, and that was just like really stressful for me to deal with, obviously, because Rottweilers are known to have a lot of issues when it comes to like cancer and bone issues. So I was dealing with that with him. Now, this is going to be the update on Mr. Capitan. I was supposed to get x-rays for him, and I still have not got x-rays because I want to make sure that he's 100% like feeling better and then get the x-rays, because I was reading that sometimes when you go get x-rays, they'll be like sedated, obviously, and the vets will move them in certain ways, and obviously they're sleeping so they can't cry to say like, ow, stop. And sometimes like getting x-rays can mess up the problem more, if that makes any sense at all. So I think, you know, maybe in January I still want to run them because x-rays will show so much. But I've been just like keeping him mellow, like some anti-inflammatory, and then was on some sedation pills and stuff. So that's what it helped me keep him mellow. So thank God he has not cried in over like 5 days. Now here and there, like past the 5 days, he would get up and I would hear like a little whimper, which would still worry me. But so far he has been really good. He did gain an extra 10 pounds from like last year, so we need to cut back on the food and the cookies a little bit, just because, you know, 10 pounds can do a lot on his muscles. So he's getting older. We need to make sure we, you know, make sure he doesn't get chunky for his, you know, skeleton. And then obviously I'm still giving him his vitamins, his joint pills. I am friends with the breeder that bred him, and she still has his mom. His mom is 12 years old. I could only pray that we have that much longer with Capitan. But she was telling me that his mom, when she was around like 10, would start crying when she would get up because she would have some growth spurs. I'm not sure if I'm saying that the right way, but that could be a possibility of what's going on with him. So I need to look into that. He then got like these crazy hot spots, and I thought they were like, you know, when you Google stuff, it just sends you down a rabbit hole. And I thought, I don't know, the worst, because he's already in pain. It was saying like tumors coming through, because he was having like blister-like things on his hip. And mind you, we were just at the vet like the day before, and I don't know how she didn't see it or how I didn't see it. He had to go back, and they had to shave his little section because it was bad. He got ointment. It's healed up now. But, you know, just like those two things really stressed me out, because he's my kid. I love this dog to death. So just like having him sick was enough to like ruin my whole month. This was in October. I love October. I love Halloween, and I didn't get like any content done that month just because I was so stressed on him. But I'm gonna keep him, just let him lay low, keep giving his joint pills. We're gonna keep his diet strict. I will get him his x-rays. Let me know if you've had any like issues with your dog after x-rays, because that's just what I'm mainly worried about. I would hate for him to be like better and then him come from the x-rays and be like messed up again. You know what I'm saying? Hot spots, I'm gonna keep control of. He has the ointment. I haven't seen anything on him. So, oh, one more thing before we end the update with Capitan. I was doing a lot of research on like flea medicine, and it's awful. If you see my backyard, it's big and dusty, and I have, you know, ticks definitely back there, and he runs around like a crazy man. It's his backyard. So I would give him flea medicine often because he'd be back there all the time. So that kind of stressed me out that maybe this triggered his issues as well. So now I'm just doing like a flea spray medicine. I don't know if I have it in here. I'll pop it up for you guys and show you what I'm spraying him. I'm actually doing that with all the dogs now. Tell me what you think about flea medicine. Are you about it? Are you not? I know it's kind of like a debate because also the heartworm medicine is in there. Let me know what you feel about it. I'm open to listening to everybody. Okay, second, we had, if you didn't see what happened, my unfortunate events with all my pets, this was all in a week. I noticed my little Luna, my black lab, her ear was extremely like this one was nice down and low, and this one was just like, woo, popped up. And when I looked at it, it was just so puffy. It was not red or raw or gooey. It was just like blown up. So I was thinking to myself, oh gosh, I don't even think like I Googled what that possibly could be. I was just like, let's take her to the vet. She already needed to get all her vaccines. So when I took her to the vet, I told them, please check out her ear. I'm kind of a little annoyed with my vet lately. I'm kind of on the verge of trying to find a new one because of what happened, and kind of with Capitan, like not really getting a straight answer. We'll talk about that another time. But okay, so we take her to the vet and they do all her shots, and I say, can you please check out her ear because I'm extremely worried about it. I didn't say that it was like fluffy. I would assume that they would just like, you know, notice when they look at her, and they're like, it's just a yeast infection, and we'll give you some ointment to clean it. And I'm like, okay, so that big swelling would go down. And this is like the vet assistant. He's like, let me check out the swelling. And then he was like, oh gosh, it's a doctor. He asked the doctor, hey, did you see this other side of the ear? I guess he only checked out one ear. But I was like, they were saying, oh, she has, I just don't want to make sure I'm not saying it wrong. She had a hematoma. And he just kind of looked at me like, ugh, you know, it was swollen. I have a photo, so I'll show you that. Mind you, I should have gotten better photos throughout this whole thing. I was just very going through it, crying every day. So she had the hematoma. They told me that that's really big and puffy, and you know, if it doesn't go down in a week, which they're guessing it's not going to go down, that she's going to have to come back, get it cut open, drained, and that's going to be like, you know, a $2,000 surgery, and also that she's probably going to get it refilled again, because usually they just fill up and keep filling up until you can get control of it. So I was just like, obviously, I mean, I don't want to spend $3,000 on the ear. If I have to, I will, obviously, but like, this is just so unnecessary, like, on top of him with everything, you know. The fact that that ear might not heal, she keeps shaking it, and she did shake it a lot. So I was just so overwhelmed, and I did express on my Instagram to a lot of my friends, like, what was going on. And she did not have to get surgery, like, at the end of it. It's gone. It's a miracle. I had a friend suggest something. Well, my vet just said, you know, we'll see you in a week to get it drained. She didn't give me like any anti-inflammatory, and obviously I asked her if she could be in pain, and she's like, oh, it's not too bad. And when I was doing the Google search, they say it could be very painful. My vet left me with like no medication, just like told me not to get her to shake her head, and we'll probably see you in a week, like I said. They did not see me in a week because it went down. It's gone. I had a good friend on Instagram who was like a vet tech, and she made a suggestion. She's like, you should ask your vet, of course, you know, always go through your vet. And we didn't have to get surgery. So I'm gonna do a whole video explaining the secret to what happened, because saved Luna from having to get anesthesia. The healing process, I saw all the videos. The dog has to wear like a little band. I mean, that's just terrible, you know? You don't want to deal with that. She didn't have to deal with it. It is gone. So I don't know how she got that. That could happen from like her banging up against something, the other dogs, her overly shaking her head because she did have the yeast infection. So got the yeast infection cleared, and her ear is back to normal, and we did not have to get surgery. So update on Luna, she is great. I'm not gonna like, you know, she's my problem child, so I can't believe we got that handled. And I will do a video eventually here, like telling you guys how I handled that. New boa, Aki, if you guys saw her, I did like a introduction to her. She had mites. I was like on top of everything. Like that, the day I got back from the vet, hearing that Luna's gonna have to get her ear drained, I went to go check on her and noticed a freckle moving, and realized we have mites. I've never had mites in my life, but it happens. Pretty much, if you have reptiles like as many years as I have now, it's bound to happen, and that's what happened. I was so like upset and being kind of dramatic about it, because when you go online, like I say, like they make it seem like terrible, like the mites were going to grow in my hair and like all over and spread all over my house, and then my whole other snakes are going to be messed up. But it really was not that bad, and thank God to like my reptile friends. They really like reassured me that I got this, and it's like not that big of a deal. So thank God, you know, I did quarantine her. Like, thank God, because I'd be worried that my my ball python and my corn snake would have it. She never set foot in this room. I pretty much was really clean when coming back in here with handling her. So I feel like I got the mites under control now. I did like a olive oil dial mix for like 2 times a day for like a week, and they were gone from what I can see. Now I'm still gonna keep her quarantined, and it's like super sterile still, and I'm gonna keep it that way for a while. Like, she's not gonna be in this room probably not till like March, you know, just to be safe. But I think that they are gone. I don't want to like jinx it, but she still like obviously is eating great, drinking. She kind of seems a little pissy that I had to, you know, soak her 2 times a day. Obviously I wouldn't want that. She's not a water snake, you know, she's not an eel. But I feel like I got it under control, but it seemed like the end of the world. It was just like the cherry on top, you know? Like, I was like, at least my reptiles, I have them under control when I was heading back from the vet with my dogs. But like I said, it does happen. If you've kept reptiles as long as I have, it happens. At first I was like really mad at the place that I got her at, but I was talking to my friends, my reptile friends, and they're like, yeah, it happens, you know, it just, you can't get mad at yourself and the place, you know. So, I just want her to be happy and not having to get soaked, and I want to give her all the branches and put her in a beautiful habitat, so stay tuned for all that. My reptile room is actually coming to a spot where I am liking it, and I'm going to do a reptile room tour probably in January. My tortoise got an upgrade, and everybody's been doing good. Thank God. You know, I was saying that, like, you know, I'm pretty lucky and blessed blessed, I would say. But for the most part, I have good days, but bad days happen. And I knew I would come out of it, but when I was going through it, it just kind of seemed like the end of the world. And a lot of you guys reassured me that I got this. And I just felt like I was like a terrible pet mom and that I should just give up on all my animals and go hide underneath a rock. But I realized, you know, it happens to the best of us, and I still got to keep my eye out for this guy. I just don't want anything bad to happen to him. I'll let you know about the x-rays, and I will do a video on how I got rid of Luna's ear issue, and hopefully, you know, in March I can show you Aki's beautiful habitat that she's going to be in. But yeah, if you stayed this long, thanks for hearing me chat. Get ready for some more like action-packed videos, some vlogs. I'm feeling better, 100% better. So, getting back to some YouTube videos. Comment down below like what kind of videos do you want to see. Do you want to see videos of Capitan? Do you want to see reptiles? Like, just let me know. Give me ideas. Comment down below. Thank you guys so much, and until the next time, I will see you.